everyone. You're going to see quite a few children in these videos who are learning through the method Succeeding at the Piano how to bring forth their musicality, how to learn body-friendly technique, and you're also going to see them learning how to read in a combined reading system of traditional note reading with intervallic reading, which is so important, and how students are learning how to count and to have good rhythm by internalizing the rhythm. And you're going to see students just having a lot of fun learning how to play the piano. So in this group of videos, this is all about Unit 5 of Succeeding at the Piano. The students learn the whole note for the first time with the fabulous little piece, Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then the students learn middle C position for the first time. And you notice that middle C position is so comforting for students because both thumbs are on middle C. And you'll hear them play this lovely little piece called Yellow Spaceship. And they also learn the time signature for the very first time, and they learn what steps are. And just noticing what students are reinforcing in the theory book and the recital book are absolutely essential for students to be completely confident about what they're learning. So in the theory book, at the same time, here is a lovely review of the B below middle C. And then there is a cute little limerick at the bottom. And it's nice to have little folk songs, little limericks, so that students internalize the rhythm. So here we ask the student to go ahead and say this little song, and it's just like this. And then they have to write in whether it's in 3/4 or 4/4 time. So this is it. Zebras and skunks, piano keys too, are black and white. Isn't it true? So when we're having our students chant that, it's nice for them to sway. They can also just tap every beat. Zebras and skunks, piano keys too, are black and white. Isn't that true? And if you have students do that wonderful internalizing of the rhythm with all the pieces that they play, they're going to have excellent rhythm. The next page in the theory book is Notes in the Treble Staff. And here the students are reviewing steps. And what I do on this page is I have them start on middle C, and then I say and have them sing, a step up from middle C is D, a step up from D is E, a step up from E is F, and then a step up from F is G. And they can sing that, they can listen to themselves on pitch, and then they finish writing in those steps. And the same thing happens in the bass staff. And then to finish off this unit, they have an amazing rhythm game like this, where they go through a maze and they figure out all of their rhythm equations. So of course, this theory and activity book is so important. This is the book that has the composition activities. There are so many composition activities in Succeeding at the Piano. And it just takes students just a few minutes to however long they wish to work on their compositions. And then they bring them back to you every week and show you what they have written on their own. So enjoy Unit 5 of Succeeding at the Piano preparatory level.
All right, so here we have Unit 5 of the lesson book, page 26. Here the students are learning the whole note with a wonderful piece, Mary Had a Little Lamb. On page 28 is middle C position for the first time. Yellow Spaceship is by Kevin Olson. And here I remind our students to keep their eyes on the music and not on their hands when they're playing.
It is easier. Okay, let's play it hands together. You and me. I'm just going to move you up the octave. So where are you going to play? Not at middle C, but on this C. Okay. And I'm going to play my part. Okay, let's start together. see if you could get a forte sound for the first line and what sound for the second line. What would that be? Yes. Piano. Wasn't that so good? That was so good. You deserve a sticker. Good for you.
So some students will just love the idea that middle C is the anchor for all these notes that they're going to play. And other students will say, well, how can I fit my two thumbs on the same note? So we could say to them, why don't you have your right hand be a little bit lower than your left hand? So it looks like that to you. And that's going to be much more comfortable for the student. On page 29 is the treehouse. And this is the first time the students learn the time signature. Oh my goodness. So we've been using unit counting all along, and now we can start talking about metric counting. So metric counting is so that the student understands how many beats are in every measure. Here it's obviously 4 beats. And we give the half notes 2 beats, and then afterwards we count 3 and 4, so that we have 4 beats in every measure. Now, the biggest thing about this piece is that you learned what a time signature is. And this means how many beats are in every measure. So taking a look at your very, very first measure, what kind of note do you see first? Right, it gets 2 beats. Do you remember what kind of note that's called?
Is it a note or is it a
half note?
Yay! Yes, that note gets 2 beats and it's a half note. Good. And then the other 2 notes in that measure are quarter notes. And how many beats do they get?
1.
Yes, you're so right. So when we get to this counting, this is what we do, Madeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you do that with Miss Dana?
say we count it out loud?
We counted out loud.
Yeah. So why don't you do it with Miss Dana? Why don't you count it out loud and clap it at the same time? Does that sound good? So you don't have to look at me, just look at your music and count out loud. And Miss Dana, since she's been through the pedagogy program, she knows exactly what to do. She can either clap with you, she can point to the notes, whatever she wants to do.
You ready to clap out the song? So we'll count out loud as we go. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then next line.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My gosh, what a great steady beat you had. Oh my goodness, Madeline, that was fantastic. Good for you. Okay, on page 30 is ice cream truck. And here's the first time students are learning what a step is. Step, as we know, is the distance between 2 white keys that are right next to each other. C, D, E, F, B, C. That is what a step is, as you know. So this wonderful piece is such a favorite of students. And the words are, I can hear the ice cream truck that comes into our neighborhood. Popsicles and ice cream bars and everything that tastes so good. And the musicality girl asks our students, is this piece cheerful or sad? So we want to make sure our students connect with their emotions and really play a piece in the way that it is supposed to sound.
Okay, maybe we should start with our hands in our lap. I'm going to bring both of our hands up at the same time. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Yeah, I love chocolate too. Very excellent. Good. And then did you feel like you were dropping your wrist or your arm? A little drip, drop, roll, boy. Yes, nice. And released. Good for you. Absolutely. And your two lines end with what kind of notes?
With if yeah.
On page 31, here's a technique exercise, playing steps. And we want our students to remember again, we're always reviewing the letter C shape between fingers 1 and 2 and the 4 hills on each hand. And this is the way to add nice strong fingers. I also add play on the outside tip of your thumbnail. So we could put 2 little eyes of a smiley face right there on the side tip of the nail, and then put a smile for the smiley face on the skin right outside there. Gosh, I should find a pen and do that for you. And then the student really remembers, oh, that's the outside tip of my nail. So here's this piece. Where they're playing the C and the G together, we want to make sure that every finger that is not in use is just resting on a key. And let's check our students' wrist for it to be nice and flexible.
Now, will you let me go behind you, and I'm actually going to use your I'm going to play with your entire arm, okay? Or I'm going to help you play with your entire arm. Now, can you think about a nice hand position? And when you play on your thumbs, where do you play on your thumbs, everybody? On the outside little tip of your thumbnail, right there, okay? Right there. I should put a smiley face on.
Did that this morning.
Did you really? That's awesome. I wonder if this gray will work. Let's see. Did you do that? The gray doesn't work. Okay. Is it all right if it's a little bit more permanent for the day? Don't worry, I'll be able to wash it off. All right, so that little smiley face is going to go right there. Yay, and that's where you play on the key. We're going to have smiley faces on this key, Titus. It's going to rub off, I think. All right. That's exactly where you play on that C. So where would be that exact same place with your right hand? Can you feel it? Right there. Yeah, can you feel that? Yes, good. Form a nice perfect piano hand. You're doing a little drip, drop, roll, boy. Good for you. Drop. Good. Nice. Look how beautiful that flexible wrist is. Do you see that?
That is beautiful.
Wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, so Mama, when she works on that, go ahead and have her do that dropping motion as well, right? That takes time, right? But you have a beautiful hand position now, and your arm is nice and free. Yes, that's it. Good. All right, so you remember that for this piece?
Okay, and then again, the students can learn that piece for their left hand as well. All right, now we're ready for Unit 6.